Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this live stream, but it might be a video if you're catching it after we've made it. But what we're going to talk about and what we're going to do in this live stream is we're going to play the best car that's in the new Assetto Corsa 1.9 version and the new DLC. And of course, after having driven the cars, all of the new cars, and a lot of AC yesterday, I think we did 11 hours yesterday, we have found the best car in the DLC, and that of course is the Porsche, the new Porsche GT3 car. Why is it the best car? I will tell you right now. It's the most nimble, the most agile, and the most responsive. Is it the easiest to drive? Yeah, if you can drive, but no, if you can't, you'll probably will have trouble. But if you've got basic car control, this is the best car. I will say it's quite a close call between this and the Ferrari. Both are way more nimble than the other cars in the previous version of the game, and the updates made things more nimble. So, yeah, with that said, we are getting a server going, and we're going to be racing. I'm just going to poodle around a little bit first to warm up, and we'll look at the driving of this vehicle. Hello, everybody in chat. Philobite, Noveltony, Skywalk, Philobite again, and Donut. How's it going, guys? Off we go. Tootle tootle, pootle tootle. Tom plays, hello. Everybody obviously agrees with me that this is the best car. I could actually need to get a good setup on it. Been driving it with the default aggressive. Hello, Daniel. How's it going? Oh, I don't miss triples. No, I haven't tried it around Valencia, but Valencia's a terrible racetrack, so... like, I don't think I'll bother driving around there at all in anything. It's a while since you've been here. Well, hello. You noticed how, I guess maybe we had tyre blankets on. I was going to say, you noticed how the car's still quite grippy straight out of the box. Right, the server's up, by the way, guys. If you want to join it, search for Gamer Muscle, and the password is T in capital letters, Tango Echo Alpha. And I expect you guys to beat me, but you probably won't beat me, because I am clearly a sim racing 5K iRating god. So prepare yourselves. Interestingly, the safe setup on this car is actually worse on the brake. Way more understeering, which is what people think is safe, but actually that's more dangerous. Obviously. Yeah, well, undoubtedly. Right, here we go. Let's get on our server. That was a nice little warm-up lap. Tyres are warmed up. Now we need to fly to the UK. It's all good. It's all good. That's how we roll. You notice we got the car skin here. I know the force feedback's terrible in this game still. Just don't focus on that part. It's fine. Refresh server list. Search for Gamer Muscle. And should come up in a minute. Hello, Elvis H. How's it going? There we go. Password is... well, you've got your own password. I've got my own password. I've got a special password. Get in there, guys. Server's called Gamer Muscle Live. Password is T. And if you can beat me... wow. I don't know what to say. I don't think you will beat me in this car. Even with the aggressive default preset, I think I've got you all. Oh, you got it, Dennis. Get ready to be schooled, everyone. Aggressive preset. Let's take some fuel out. Let's put some good laps in. Don't worry about anything else. Nothing else matters. Right. Go. They made the physics better, yeah. Hello, Andy Monplays. How's it going? Happy Thursday. Oh, I need to put my McLaren rim on. Actually. Nice and easy. Hello, Gasper. Well, it's still not better than AC or R-Factor 2, but it's comfortable to play. Cars are easy to drive. Well, you can have fun with it. And the most important thing is that no one can beat me in this car. Especially when I get a good setup. AC when? Oh, we will do AC at some point. You love the AC. You know you do. 3 people in the server. Server's called Gamer Muscle Live. Password is T in capital letters. I'm just doing a bit of drifting to warm the tyres up, obviously. Oh, you want some H pattern out? You need to drive some Fluke Flyer in. Hello, JarQ. All right, thanks. How are you doing? Are Porsche in DTM? I know DTM was like GT, but now it's been cancelled or something. I don't know what's going on. But did they have a Porsche DTM car last year? Right, I think dominance will have been asserted here. Nice one, JarQ. FedEx telling you all week your package will be here on Friday. This morning they say no, it's today. I wait for hours after delivery time and now they tell actually, yeah, I know, they do that all the time. FedEx are well good at doing that. UPS do that as well. And then they'll say, oh, it's this day, it's this day, it's this day. It's coming in the morning. And then on the morning they'll go, oh, it's been delayed by 3 days. So useless. Ah, oh, PB. This car actually has a little bit of range of force feedback for the rear rotating around. So you can actually, it's actually like a bit like iRacing. So you can actually use the force feedback with this car a little bit. There you go. That's why this is the best car in iRacing, in ACC. I know, Donut, isn't it? It's terrible. Server's still up, guys. Game of Muscle. Password is T if you want to join in. You've got 14 minutes until the race. So better hurry up to get beaten. I've actually had UPS leave stuff on my doorstep that was like pre-release products. So if someone has stolen it, that I would have... first of all, they'd have got something that's not out to the general public, and the general public wouldn't have known about. They probably wouldn't have known what to do with it, but yeah. It's like, well, that's good. Good job. Just leave it on my door overnight. Why not? Even though I've said not to. Why not do that? Just go for it. Good fun. Yeah, well, random call sign. I mean, it is game-changing, but every update is game-changing. A little bit of hyperbole. It'll get good views from the video, though, so it's worth it. I think random call sign thought ACC was fine before, though, so, you know. Is he Verstappen? Oh, the physics are quite a lot better than they were before, so... Right, it's going to be an easy win. If there's only 4 people to race against with one, we'll basically just win with our eyes closed, guys. Maybe tabs, but then like 99% of sim racers wouldn't be affected by the tyre pressure at all because they can't drive within 3 seconds of pace. How come I'm not racing on FM? Because we're racing on our own server? Don't know what track LFM is on at the moment. Dripping drink. We got Daniel Crinson, hello, in the in-game chat. Maybe we'll have to turn the password off Thomas. So people are struggling. We need the server full, and we need it full now. You guys are too slow to join in the server. Wow, you know, we'll have 10 people. Don't worry. Server's been reset with no password. Tango Echo Alpha. He's just going to reset it with no password, so we fill it up. There'll be loads of wreckers, but I'll beat them all, so it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Easy win. Well, that's it. They can't fathom being destroyed by such a talented driver. I'm used to it though. I intimidate a lot of people with my racecraft. So, you know, it's just one of those things. When you get to my level, it's pretty normal to be beating everyone. Right, here we go. He's just resetting the server with no password. Yeah, well, that's it. As you all know, the more contact points, the more realistic everything is. I think we need like 40 contact points per tyre. That's the key. Ben, that's pretty normal. That's why people spell so badly in my chat. Struggling with the GTR. Oh. Right, here we go. Getting the server got. Hang on. It's just, oh, you can only have 10 drivers. Why can we only have 10 drivers? What's this about? Hang on. This is the Kunos server shenanigans, right? Or was that a mistake, Thomas? Is that a huge error? Oh, dear. Servers... You have to set a rating higher, I think, or something. I don't know. Error. Reboot. It's alright. Everyone will pile in once it's ready. You know, it gives more time for people to join in. No worries. Easy. Easy times. Tiamat been alright, yeah. I'm just ready to school people in the Porsche. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Damon Green. Appreciate that. Welcome along. Take a look at this. Perfect livery as well. Nailed it. And this car you can actually pick up relatively cheap from the local Lidl on the middle aisle. £20. Weird that they've added downplanes on the front. You'd have thought that that would be... I mean, they do actually produce a surprising amount of downforce at high speed. But... no iRacing. We played a lot of iRacing. It does look a bit like a VW Beetle, doesn't it? It's got more Beetle-like as things have progressed. And look at the grille. They still haven't got it so that you can spin this like R-Factor 1 by clicking and dragging and letting go. I think that's a bit of a crime. If you're going to have a spinny car in your game, as per established with R-Factor 1 back in 1312, you should be able to spin and let go, because that was one of the most fun things you could do in R-Factor 1. I can't believe Kunos would steal the ideas. What's going on? Yeah, we can, but there's only 10 slots, Thomas. Need more slots. There's only 10 spaces, so nobody's joining. 0 out of 10. Huge error. Huge error. Ah, wait. Yeah, but there must be a way. There is a way of getting more people in the server without password, right? The consensus, well, I've decided. Don't you have to turn the rating higher or something? Yeah, well, that's Kunos, because everyone cares about rating. Oh, but we need rating for the tracks then. Oh, it's so dumb. What is it with sim developers having the poorest grasp of game design? Oh, I don't know. It's almost like they're too busy building racing simulators instead of video games. But they are making video games, so they're just in denial. Look at that reflection. AMS2 has way better force feedback than ACC for the limit. But ACC has way better physics than AMS2. You have to edit AMS2's force feedback though. ACC's force feedback is utterly atrocious. Is useless, effectively. It stops you from spinning. It's good for self-aligning for the rears, but it's so abrupt. There's no depth to it. It's still pretty garbage, to be honest. But it's nice and easy to drive, so I don't think people realise, because this sim's so easy to drive. Look at this car dancing. Well, we might have to. We can just put a password back on the server if we need to. Dancing Porsche. Daniel Merch. People want ranking and splits because it makes for closer racing. Oh, okay, we're servers up now. I was just dancing with my Porsche. Right. Oh, thank you, Damon. You probably got unsubscribed by iRacing because it's trying to make people not have mental breakdowns. By iRacing? By YouTube. It's all the same thing. It's all bad for you. Okay, server. I think Thomas is working on... still working on it. I haven't tried it with AccuForce, no. But the thing is, an AccuForce wheel doesn't have force feedback for front tyres, unfortunately. So, like, it doesn't have an understeer option. You need to... So the force feedback has to be generated from the tyres directly, I think. Here we go. We're in. Get in there. Game of Muscle live. No password, or maybe there is a password. No password. Just get in there. Here we go. Right, now it's time for us to school everyone. We're using the new Porsche. Here we go. Lettuce Racing is in here. Get in there. These competitors, they think they can beat us. We know the truth. They won't beat us. Let's be honest. Jay Taylor's in here. Would I recommend using ACC FFB? I don't know. I've not tried it with the new version. Maybe. I mean, I don't use it. I got used to iRacing, which has shocking force feedback as well, so... You know, I like, at the end of the day, if a sim forces you to drive in a rote manner, you might as well just drive it in a rote manner. Like, AC1 is basically ACMS1, MS2 maybe. That's it. Like, if you want to drive from force feedback, it's ultimately it has to come from the simulator to be able to get the detail to the wheel properly. We all need lettuce. Here we go. Get in there. We've got 7 cars here. Beautiful. I think it'll fill up. We need at least 15 cars to get excited. But I'm going to set the fastest lap just to like warm everyone up, let them know what they're up against. Oh, no. No gaming for you. We have tyre blankets on. The tyres start off warm. Controversial view, I actually quite like Silverstone. Oh, a bit too much there. Oh, no. Yeah, banned. You can't like Paul Ricard. That's a ban. No, I mean, Paul Ricard's okay, but it's a car park, let's be honest. It is a car park. Silverstone's a runway, that's different. So, you've got car parks and you've got runways. Sebring's a runway. Is it Sebring? I think it's Sebring, that's a runway. Croft is a runway. But they're not car parks, there's a difference. Valencia's a car park. Paul Ricard is a car park. Bedford Autodrome's a runway. You see, that's actually quite good. Runways actually are better than car parks. This is a fact. Yeah, but Valencia has so many corners that are pointless. Valencia is like, I would say it's worse than Paul Ricard because it just has pointless corner after pointless corner. It's a proper modern terrible racetrack. Let's go left, let's go right, let's go left, let's go right. And they're all corners of no satisfying radius. Whoever built Valencia, I'm pretty sure it's a tilt track because it seems that terrible. You know I'm right. Oh yeah, it's probably alright on motorbikes. That's fine, but we're in cars. But then again, Mugello is a really good track on motorbikes and cars. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the track for motorbikes, but... Is ACC money? No. Because the force feedback's terrible. AC's the best sim. It has been for like 40 years now. You can feel what you're doing. Look, Max Verstappen agrees with me. I'm sorry. I mean, what more do you need? 5K iRacer, game of muscle. And Max Verstappen. Both obviously know that AC1's the best. Right, here we go. I don't know. You never know with Kunos. It could be it could be anything. Car's way more stable out of that corner than they used to be. There's no knowing what they'll do next. Oh, hang on. I'm a bit worried here. We're in second place. That's not good enough. Also, if anyone joins with a setup, if anyone's got a setup, I'm not prepared to be beaten by a setup. I won't have that. Looks like we've got a race on our hands here, guys. 10 minutes to go. Hello, filing account. How's it going, man? I don't need to rant. Everyone knows the truth. Oh, look at that line. It's going to be really embarrassing if we beat everyone again. You know, I'm just saying. Incoming shenanigans. The devil's nostrils? How do you know how warm the devil's nostrils are? If we get wreckers in here, we're banning them. They're getting ban spammed. We get 30 cars in here. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, I was a bit slow through that. Maybe Kunos will add functioning force feedback for the front end tyres though, and then the sim would be great. Then it'd be and then they could add mod support, and then oh, we're back to AC. Oh, funny that. Oh, here we go. You need to put your dog in the refrigerator if it's that hot and that humid. Hello, Delton Bador. R Factor 2 has a lot more sort of vibration, suspension, and more over-the-top force feedback. AC1, you can basically just feel where the slip is. Like, you can feel the most important stuff of the sim. So, like, if you don't know about if you don't know how to use force feedback to drive the car faster, R Factor 2 will probably be more appealing. If you literally use force feedback to find where the limit is, AC1 will be more appealing in force feedback. R Factor 2 is way more immersive force feedback in that sense, and the sort of actual tyre, like flexing stuff through corners and understeer force feedback and suspension stuff's better in R Factor 2. Right, who's in first place? M. Lijo. Oh, he's driving a Ferrari. This is bugger. Right. We can't have this. We can't have this guy beating us. What's his time? 2:08. What is this bugger? 2:08. It's set up. It's set up. Oh, S power. It's set up, guys. We need a set up. Oh no! So I could be a second fast. Oh no! Mine is. Hang on, I'm confused here. Oh, okay. No, this is all right. No, this is within the range of skill. It's all right. It's all right. Recovered, guys. If it's like 2 or 3 seconds, there's some setup there. But if it's just a second, it's all right. Because I know I'm at least 1.5 seconds off my time that I can get. go. Track's getting a bit busy. Right. Leg laugh. Okay, I'll let you off. Yeah, I saw the time difference afterwards. I read it as like 3 seconds faster, and I was like, well, no, I'm not saying that I'm quick, but I'm not 3 seconds off the like, if someone's genuinely good, I'm normally like 1.5 seconds off them. No, I drove through them, it's fine. Because there's so many different cars. Hello, random call sign. You gonna join the server? Hello, Billy Strange. Billy boy. Billy Strange boy. Well, it's impossible to sleep when you're as hot as me. It's really hard to sleep because you're like, oh, will I still be as good looking as I am today, tomorrow, you know, and it keeps you up at night. Well, this is not going to be conducive to a good T1. Oh, well. 80 car grid. You're cooking, and then Jim. Oh, he's getting hot. Sweaty call sign. Are you going to send me pictures after your gym session like you usually do? It's just natural Carlton Banks. It just happens. It's just I wake up that way. Oh my goodness. What's the optimal tyre pressure now in AC? CCC? Is it 25.5 or is it 26.5? I don't even know. Is it now? Well, you did say it. They said there's a wider range that's usable, but who knows what to believe? Oh, hair toe, oh baby. Who knows what to believe, guys? I only believe what I see the aliens do. No, I don't believe Aris. I believe aliens. Aris is just a mere game developer. He's not an alien. Aliens are like Neo in the Matrix. Aliens can see through space-time. Which tyre pressure gets you front end feel in the force feedback? Oh, nothing! Oh, the banter. Thanks for subscribing, Ed B. Welcome, appreciate the sub. Do you know what really fries my brain? Going from iRacing to AC to ACC, and like where you can and can't drive on curbs, and now due to the ACC update you can drive on curbs and cut corners where you couldn't. So now I have to delete my ACC race line curbing knowledge. Also, you can enter into the corners with the outside wheels on the outside curb now, which you couldn't do all the time before. You can actually trail brake properly now. Which is funny. Pretty funny that you couldn't trail brake properly before. It was actually perfect before and I couldn't drive, so... I keep forgetting. I was told by all the ACC fans that it was completely perfect. The best in that regard. Oh, here we go. Final. Ah, fourth. We qualified fourth. That's not first, guys. Hello, Voodoo Child. Yeah, it's always perfect till the next update as far as fanboys are concerned. And you know what's funny is the people like me that are critical, miserable bastards, we just get loads of shit for pointing stuff out. But when stuff actually changes and gets better, they don't go, oh yeah, actually, you know, you did have a point. So by the time ACC actually has force feedback for the front tyres and understeer, people will be like, oh yeah, no, it was always like that. like, you know what happened with MS2 with so many aspects of it that we were like, right, there's no, the lift off oversteer is mental, the rear diff is mental, this is mental, and I'm saying this is a noob, you know, but it's all right, I'm used to it now. Yeah. The thing is, people that aren't looking at stuff objectively and critically will basically always come to the conclusion from an argument from authority. So, whatever the authority is, they will change their argument based on that, and they will change everything that their reasoning and why they came to that conclusion. I've always been able to trail brake. I trail brake too much. I always trail brake too much. That's my actually my bad habit is not braking enough in a straight line and then going into a corner too hot and then trail braking too much, having not used all four tyres. And the reason to do that is because we had such bad force feedback wheels back in the day, and the sims were a bit weird. That was how you could get force, like you could feel the rear rotation when trail braking, and you could use that rear rotation to feel where the limit was because it would trigger like a bit of counter steer from the wheel. So that's why I got that bad habit. So this is why I find the trail braking comment funny, because it's like I literally trail brake too much. I don't brake in a straight line and then come off the brake. I like tickle the brake too much. Right, here we go. The grass is good in... it looks better in AC1 with shader patch, though. The grass in AC1 with shader patch is phenomenal. And Dirt Rally has better grass. I think I turned the grass down on this, but it doesn't, even when you turn it up, it doesn't look very good. Right, here we go, guys. It's time to go racing in the new Porsche, what I think is the best car in the new Assetto Corsa update. The most fun to drive, for reasons I'll explain in a minute whilst we do the race. Starting in fourth place, I think. Third place, I don't know. AC still can't count properly. It says 26th. Let's just dab the brake there up the inside. We've got 28 cars in the Game of Muscle server. Remember, you can subscribe to the channel and also subscribe to us on Twitch if you want to join in with racing with subs. Whoa, and I've just squeezed him out of the way. We're now in second place, but ACC thinks we're in 26th. I don't know why. That has never been fixed. I guess there's still stuff to do in the update. But why? Why, you might be asking yourselves, is this new Porsche the best car out of all the new cars, all the new content and what's changed and been updated in ACC 1.9? Well, let me tell you guys. Let me tell you, it is the best car for one simple reason. And that reason is, when you get on the brakes, you can feel the back of the car starting to rotate out a bit through the force feedback. It's kind of like IRFFB traction loss. It's a bit abrupt, it lacks detail, but coincidentally, that lines up with where the car generally is at the limit going through the corner. So it's possibly the only car in ACC where you can reasonably use force feedback to know where the limit is with the car. Now, it's nowhere near as good as cars in AC, let's be clear, and the force feedback's not as good as custom AMS2 force feedback, but AMS2 has mental physics, so forget that. And it's nowhere near as good as R Factor 2, but R Factor 2 is still worse than AC1 for force feedback. But, crucially, also because the way that the Porsche tends to rotate on throttle, off throttle on the brake, triggering that rotation that then allows you to know where the limit is, crucially, you can basically drive a little bit from field with a car in ACC. Combined now with 1.9's update, which makes the cars actually a lot more pliable on the limit and a lot more controllable. There's much more of a limit zone, which then allows you to actually trail brake a bit more through corners and also balance the cars at the limit a bit more. So even if it's not got that much depth to the force feedback, you actually have a little bit of area, bit more play there without it getting locked into slides, which then makes it a lot more satisfying to drive. Now, chat, who are watching this, type agree if you think that this new Porsche is the best car out of all the new cars in ACC, or type the name of the car that you think is the best car if you disagree. Unfortunately, the guy in P1 is in the Mercedes, and they've gone. So, and I can't even. They're on another level. Obviously, they're using the setup. They're aero buoying. I'm just using the aggressive default. Cars behind though are sort of seem to be struggling to stay with me. So, unfortunately, you do end up with a bit of a splitting up of the grid quite quickly if you just do random servers. Hopefully on LFM things are glued together a little bit more. Interestingly, whilst we're here, I will say what you do really notice with ACC update 1.9 is that if you slide around a lot, like a lunatic, like overdrive it, you will notice that the tyres go off a lot more than they used to. So you actually do have to be a lot more careful with driving smoothly and not sliding around, or make a choice between driving aggressive and your tyres going off, or driving smoothly and maintaining your tyres, and they go off very quickly. So like from yesterday, I don't know, we've streamed for like 10 hours yesterday, I think. Chat can confirm. 10 hours we streamed yesterday, and I think after about 7 or 8 laps, basically the tyres, if you overdrove and slid around, the tyres would be gone after about 7 or 8 laps, like sort of 10-15 minutes. So you really do have to be very careful about not sliding. And you could, with this Porsche, if you get on the brake too hard and you do a big slide, if you do like 4 of them, well, you're probably let's say in a 20-minute race, a sprint race, if you do like 4 reasonably large slides, well, you've not lost control of the car, you will really notice the tyres being super sloppy towards the end of the sort of last few laps. So that's quite interesting. It'll be quite interesting for pit stops and longer races and stuff. But I think the real question will be, will Kunos ever put in proper force feedback into this game for the front tyre, so you're not basically driving a first-person go-kart? Because then it would be fine. Then it would be fine. I'm getting absolutely aero buoyed by the car in P1. I'm not defending the inside here. Should we let this car behind us go through? And then... should we let him go through and then we can race him? Let's do it. I'm just going to pull over to the right. We'll let him go through and then we'll give him a race. Here we go. Let's see if we can retake it. We're going to have a nice look at the Ferrari. I don't like the back of the new Ferrari. I think the new Porsche, I would say that both Ferrari and Porsche have kind of like lost their design language a little bit with these new GT3 cars. They all kind of look a bit like generic 90s video game, unlicensed video game cars a little bit. I don't know why the Ferrari doesn't have more of a square back on it, to be honest, but like take inspiration from the F40 with the grills, square it off a bit. But here we go. Let's try and brew him. 3 minutes left in this race. Am I going to regret letting him go past? But yeah, the trail braking is probably the biggest, or like the amount of control you have with the braking on the trail braking compared to how it was before in ACC is way better. Like, it doesn't get stuck in train lines. It's basically the same as AMS1, AC1, and R Factor 2 now. But, you know, it was obviously perfect before. It's obviously perfect before, and now it's just more perfecter, obviously, if you ask the ACC fanboys. I find it, since 1.9, this is way easier to drive. Oh, I shouldn't have let him pass. He's now just driving away from us. Oh, I should have just blocked him. Bloody hell. Absolute cheek. I would imagine, actually, with the way that the tyres wear out more, you might have the thing of, if you're following behind a car and you're in the draft, you might then end up sliding behind the cars more because you're in the draft, which then wears the tyres out more, which weirdly actually reduces the overtaking opportunities. So it can, you know, it can be fun in terms of strategy, but it can also actually even further reduce the amount of racing and racecraft options in GT3, a class of car that often suffers on a lot of tracks from you not being able to overtake. So, you know, you end up with a lot of convoy racing in GT3 due to the cars being huge, having ABS traction control, you know. So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. I think low fuel motorsport will be the real test. Yeah, we did test out yesterday when we did our 10-hour live stream. We did test out GT4 cars, and some of them were terrible, but the Aston Martin was quite fun. Obviously, the GT4 cars, the tyres are less, you know, they slide around more, so they're sort of more slidey cars, which I think is a little bit more enjoyable in some ways. They still don't. If you go from the original Assetto into ACC, the GT4 cars in the original Assetto are just on another level for fidelity of what's going on. Even if the tyre model's less complex, AC1's just on an absolute another. Like if AC1 came out after this, you'd be like, oh, that's a big upgrade. Apart from the curbing issue, you know, apart from the. You know, like the known issues, the tyres getting caught on the curbs and things. But yeah, literally, if AC came out after ACC now, categorically, you would be like, oh, it's the next gen title. If you literally marketed it, you know, then you would be like, oh, it's the next gen title, because it's so much richer in force feedback. There are aspects, obviously, ACC does have a more complex tyre model. But, you know, there it is. Third place. In the new Porsche, which I do think is, for me, it's the most enjoyable of the new cars to drive, the most responsive. And that rotation triggering the, letting you feel more in the force feedback to know where the limit is, for me, makes it one of the easiest cars to drive in ACC, or like the car that's easiest to understand what's going on. Worth also saying, actually, the Ferrari, the new Ferrari and this Porsche, all the new stuff feels a lot tighter, as if it's got stiffer suspension, regardless of setup. It just feels tighter and more responsive as well, even compared to the older stuff that's then been upgraded as well. Not sure what's going on there, but it makes it more fun to drive. Right, let's go to Donington. Porsche Dono, let's go. Welcome everyone that's joined us in the chat. That's what she said. Yeah, I mean, it is a shame about the force feedback. Good driving by Edward there. You try my very best not to murder you. Look at the times. I couldn't catch up. Once Edward had gone past, it was like, oh, tires are done. Tires are slopped. S power. Right, hang on. What are the times here? 2 1s. 2 3. I was doing 2 1 0. So I was like 7/10 off. I guess my lines weren't too good. I was talking, so. But still. Here we go. New track, guys, if you want to join in. Hello, helicopter landing. How's it going, man? How you doing? Great race. Right, we're just going to say that the track's just been changed over here. The menu's smoother. I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean in VR? Have you reinstalled the game? Oh, no. You won't enjoy it. You won't enjoy it. You're like, what? You won't enjoy it. I told you, you won't enjoy it. Ah, terrible. Who in chat is enjoying it? Are you going to do a review video? Yeah, what? But what have I been saying? I said you won't enjoy it. It's got a little bit more depth to it on the limit. The curbing's been fixed. It still doesn't have front end force feedback. So, or you know, it is what it is. Oh yeah, that's it. I play for despair. It's better than iRacing GT3 and GT4 by a mile. Costed me on safety rate. Yeah, but you'll get safety rating immediately. Thomas passed out. Yeah, well that's it. Helicopter landing. That's what I'm here for. And more helicopter flying. I think Thomas has passed out. We might have to raid another server. The server gods have died. This has happened again. I have done GT4s, yeah. They're alright, but they're like they're okay, but they're better in AC, generally speaking. Yeah, what was I driving? The Aston Martin, was it? Thomas, we need Donington. It's all right. We're getting in there. No worries, it's happening. Just take it. It's fine. We do a bit of Donny. Did who won that race? Did you do any setup stuff to the car? I could drive a second faster, I think, through that. But Phoenix, sorry if I answered frequently, but are you switching to YouTube? No, I do iRacing on Twitch and like random streams on Twitch. And then I do ACC and AC on YouTube, or like specific events on YouTube, because it was originally going to be AC2. That's the EXE, because that's the EXE. This was originally going to be like AC2, I think, and then yeah. So it's never ending. They pulled the rug. Get in there, Donington Park. Yeah. Oh, it's night time. No, it's day. Sun's come out. That's how the sun actually comes out in the UK. As clouds go past. As clouds go past, it goes immediately from nighttime to daytime. Here we go. Getting that server, guys. No, AC2's EXE is going to have to be AC3, isn't it? I mean, really, technically, AC1 was AC2 because it... I mean, Netcar, you got Netcar Pro. I mean, Ferrari Virtual Academy is very similar to AC. In driving and graphics and everything. Hello! He's wide. How's it going? We need people to drive, more people to drive faster here. We can't just have 3 people at the front that pull away. This is why you need ranked racing. The image is blurry. Do you mean for the live stream, or do you mean for you when playing the game? Could be like you've got DLSS and you're not running at the resolution. I don't know. If it's YouTube, I don't know. Maybe you need to go to the optician. That's the word I'm looking for. Maybe you need to choose a higher resolution in YouTube. Maybe you're crying because I'm so beautiful. It's pretty common. They put those bollards up for GT3 races, but they don't bother with them any other time. That's all right. Ashley Bollard. Let's go. I just put my GT3 wheel rim on here. Last time I drove around this track properly was in the Formula Ford. I don't know what a good lap round Dono is in this. That's good. It's a good update. Next time someone asks, how's the update in chat, can you all type pancake? Just to confuse them. Exactly, that's exactly what I said. You nailed it. How much we can cut that chicane? I don't know. I think Kunos probably will do another update next week. Why not? I think they should do an update every other day. No, DD Girl doesn't approve. It's still it's still not in the Church of Force feedback. Sadly. Yeah, the voice chat should be a feature of AC. I don't know why it's not. See, this car's it's still getting stuck in those weird slides. Just for overdriving a tiny bit through those corners. You can't just pull it out of it as well. Oh, someone's moved the tyres. That's nice. Hello, Frankie Red. How's it going? Are these tight, like, are they literally only optimal for like 3 laps of quali? We're going to get through some tyres, guys. Cooking the tyres here. Well, if you don't turn the wheel rim too much, it shouldn't matter. Depends how much you turn the wheel. Yeah, the tyres are literally, after like 3 laps of pushing hard for quali, they're done. We have El Dunzo tyres. I don't know. The force feedback felt okay to me. Oh. Well. Bit better. I find it hard to hook up T1. And this corner, like to actually get the point where we're carrying the most speed through it. I don't know if it's a tyre temperature thing or a tyre wear. That's causing the when you get really slidey. seem to be able to get much better lap times than this. You can't cut that inside curb because it bounces the car, and then you cut, and then it doesn't stay settled. Let's have a look. Oh wow, there's miles off the pace. I'm not driving that badly. Oh no, well, miles off this, but these. Both of us in the Porsche doing about the same time. What, do we try to give it more PSI? I don't really know. Thing is, right? So I'm pretty good at Donington, and I've got a good idea that I'm within like 5/10 of what's possible. For me at least. Oh, the chicane, maybe a second. Yeah, but the thing is, I know this track well enough to know how much I can get out of it. To know that I'm going to need setup. That's what sucks about being better, is you know, you're like, right, now you actually know. You know when you've got to the point where you're going to need setup. Like, I can get 5 more tenths out of this easy by just driving better. The chicane, yeah, 5 tenths easy. But it's good that we got some faster drivers, but annoyingly we've only got one. What I want is drivers that are this like faster but this same. Do you know what I mean? We've got like one driver that's a second faster than everyone. You want the whole grid to be within like 5/10. Yeah, that's what you need, and then you can. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's how are we coming up with these like really obvious ideas that would be really good to see? And in fact, you could use a lap time distribution from qualifying to then kick people from a server for the race. And then you could have a server that's open in qualifying with like more cars. And then if they don't hit the race distribution that the server's set, it kicks them out because they're not at pace for the race. That would be quite a good feature, wouldn't it? As I say, you know. Exactly, yeah, 3 quali servers that then... why is fixed setup not fair? It is fair. It's by definition, fixed setups are fair. I mean, not fair for people that have spent more time fiddling with car setups and working out a meta, but fair for people that have a limited amount of time to play racing simulators. Oh, Donington with this many cars is going to be a nightmare. We should try this race again with the new Ferrari. We'll do it with this, and then we'll compare it. But you definitely notice do three slides in this Porsche, and your tyres are noodled. Like it's like staying on the throttle and like holding it And once it starts sliding, you'll only slide more and more, which makes it even worse. I can't stream for too long today, Tabs. I've got some stuff I need to sort out. It's definitely way more fun than it used to be. There's more. It feels like there's deeper mechanics. But do you really think that real world GT3 slick tyres get absolutely effed in performance after 2-3 laps or like a few slides? I mean, that would seem unlikely to me. Maybe they do. I don't know. I'm just saying, but it would seem like it would seem like something that you would design a tyre against. It would seem unlikely to me. I don't know, because you know tyres are mental, and you know real world race stuff is mental. So. No, I just stream straight from this PC XPTR. I do have a capture card. I use a really convoluted setup. I can't really. I think I might have done a video on it at some point. Punches are again a separate thing, though. I mean, maybe not entirely separate, but so tyre wear relative to performance versus tyre wear to puncturing. I think the punches in GT3 are normally caused by curbing and this slip across curbing, rather than the tyres losing their, you know, wearing down to the thread. You know. Thanks, Nervotony. I mean, I don't know. All I care is about if it's fun as a game. I'm not going to drive the real cars. And if I am, it'll be with like some super duper safe setup for like 5 laps. Oh, it's way better than iRacing. Specifically because iRacing, the cars, you can't go over the limit without having monster slides. So immediately iRacing, and the cars that like drive like bricks in iRacing, the GT3. So here we go, guys. Donington in the Porsche GT3. Starting in 5th. Nice and easy into T1. Oh, we squeezed through. Edwin Brewers. Yeah, look, I mean, look at that. We don't. They're just pulling away on the straight. Yeah, they're literally just look. They're pulling away. I took the chicane way better. Yeah, I'd be interested to try a different car next. I mean, if it is that you just have to, like, be really careful of over driving, and that keeps the tyres good, then that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's quite fun to hold the tyres in that zone. How's that not... Oh, there you go. I was going to say, how is that not a track cut? I need to brake way earlier and you cut the inside of the chicane. I'm used to cars with more front downforce and they bite in later. Yeah, I'm related to Adam West. I have driven it, yeah. I thought it was alright. It's way the old Ferrari was absolutely terrible. Well, before this update, so. Okay, they don't seem too bad on pace here. Maybe it was just my driving. I'm like dialing it down a little bit. Also, oh, here we go. So that's it. The rears have gone. What? That's how many laps? I was driving pretty smooth there. What? For 2 laps. 2 laps and the rear has gone. What on earth? You come over a crest on that right-hander. I was driving that smoother than the previous 3 laps. 2 laps and the rear just went into slot mode then. And I was being really careful not to overdrive. So you have nice spanky tyres for 2 laps. then they're old. You need to pit. Old tyres. Yeah, you see on the exit of the corner now, after 2 laps, the rear wants to just keep going. But you can avoid it, you just have to get on the throttle more gradually. I guess we could put more TC on as well, actually. There you go, that's a much better line through there. That's what I was saying, the chicane was worth 5/10. Yeah, so the thing is, after that like 2 or 3 laps, what happens is the tyres not only don't they're not only get stuck in train slide easier on the exit, you also lose that turn in. I wonder if they come back again. I wonder if it's because they got warm through some other part of the track. I don't know. Oh, here we go. We got shit all over the track. It seems like the curbs on Donington really destabilise the car. No, if you do a flick, the tyres will be mega cooked. Sega mega cooked. We're doing better lap times, but the car feels worse. I don't know what's going on. But the other cars are pulling away easy, so oh, you can't cut that. In iRacing, you can absolutely cut that, but in this, it lifts the car. I think if you're bouncing, you lose a lot of the downforce from the bottom of the car. Like GT3 cars, from what I understand, are like absolutely mentally sensitive to tilt and height. Because I think so much of the downforce is like ground effect or from the rear diffuser and what have you. I'll be interested to see the lap times though. Like, I wasn't overdriving to start with either. Until we had that big slide. But that was because the grip just disappeared. Well, you could see I wasn't overdriving at the start. Exactly. It'd be interesting to try the Ferrari on the same track. Right, let's have a look at the lap times here. Yeah, that was weird because it was all good until like we were on the same pace as the leading cars until lap 2 when the rear slid out. From the tyre grip just being reduced. So let's have a look. It's interesting. 128.8. Oh, 128.2. Still 5/10. That's a lot. And I'm the same. I'm not that bad compared to Edward. So. Let's try another car and see what we get. That'll be interesting to just compare on the same track. So that was a 128.8 was my best lap. Yeah, see these guys were doing about the same pace as us. Oh my god, this UI. 28.4. So that, yeah. Yeah, I'll try another car. It was just the that slide we did early on. Ah, Thomas is... Oh no, it's going to reset. It's going to reset. I'm going to rejoin the server with the Ferrari and try and see what that's like. I did give it a go. I didn't really enjoy it. Just interesting how how that with the tyres changing as you drive. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Right, we're going to rejoin with a different car. We'll try the Ferrari. Nice subtle car skin there. Get in there, guys. The ultimate test. Yeah, well done, Edward, for the fastest lap. Nice driving. We should all get, everyone should get in the Ferrari. Yeah, I like the new Ferrari apart from the back of it. I think if they'd squared off the rear, like the grille was square, like the back could be shaped however it is, but if the grille was square, or maybe like a gap in the middle, I don't know, it looks a bit Aston Martin-y to me. Right. There's no password on it. If there is a password, it's T in capital letters. I don't think there isn't a password. Right, I'm just gonna... Right. No password. The ultimate shine. I think we've got a bug where my mouse doesn't... There we go. My mouse disappears in AC. Right. I'm back in a second. I'm just going to grab a drink. And we'll continue this bonanza. Right. Can anyone remember what our lap time was? Can't remember what my best lap time was already. I've already forgotten. $128.8, thank you. Oh, this car goes over the curbing way easier than the Porsche. Porsche has with that setup. Oh, it still bumps over that, but yeah, this car with this setup at least is. I mean, it's more stable. It doesn't roll into the corner as much as the Porsche though. Yeah, so the Porsche also has way more lift off oversteer, as you'd expect. And you have to. Oh no, this is like I need the rear diff to be way more open. I might adjust it. It's not, doesn't roll into the corner enough. Oh, come on. Come on, brakes. Yeah, we need to add some more grease to the rear wheels. Move the brake bars further back. I'll try and roll it into the corner on the trail brake. Bollard! Like, you have to drive this back to front to the Porsche. You have to, like, trail brake it right through the corner. Hello, T. Ahmed. Did you just put the red? Yeah, I think we had a fraction of draft, but yeah. So we could do a 28.5 in this car. I'm pretty sure of it. It's not as likely. You're not as likely to slide out in this car like you would with the Porsche, because the Porsche you like lift off oversteering through the corner and sort of carrying the speed through, whereas with this you're trail braking deep into the corner and then getting on the throttle at the midpoint. I say deep into the corner, not onto the apex. Problem, the force feedback's just complete shit. To, like, you can drive it, but there's no like there's no feeling for where the limit is. It's weird because it's so easy to drive. I think because there's a lot of it comes across as very grippy and it's very forgiving. But it's such a shame it just doesn't. It still doesn't have that force feedback for the limit. We could try and do one more lap here. I feel like opening the rear diff a little bit. Thing is, if you do one slop slide, one slop slide, you're done. I think that like does the tyres in. Do these guys have a diff, like a diff setting? There we go. Oh, he's already like pretty. Yeah, we can reduce it a bit. I have a feeling it probably won't do anything though. To what I want. Well, let's just move it down a bit. Let's see. Nice driving from people though. Oh, sorry. You put the green stops in them. I've got a video on my channel about putting the like making it the brake so it's basically hard. I mean, it still moves a bit, but I don't, it's up to you. Like, it's whether you get used to it. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Here we go. Hello, Antoine Patton. That went in a little. I might open the rear diff totally. Seemed to go in a bit more. You just don't want the back to give out. You want it to roll in without the tyres sliding out, if that makes sense. Oh, wow, that's chicane is doing me. Oh, I'm going to get one more lap. Oh no. Well, we're still faster, but okay, there's at least a tenth in that corner. I completely missed the apex by like 10 meters. Okay, yeah, there's definitely another 3/10 within my skill. Oh, wow, look at the improvement. Oh, it's did exactly the same. Oh, Jesus. Exactly the same lap time. But I did screw up. Yeah, there's a 5/10 in this easy. So we can get... And it's easier to drive this car than the Porsche. Like, you're less likely to bin this car than the Porsche. Or less likely to overcook the tyres. Oh, that's good. So apart from the... Oh, yeah, that's alright, actually. That's pretty good. The top, like, 6 cars, 6, 7 cars are all pretty decent there. That's alright. Yeah, so the... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it feels the same as before, but the physics have changed quite a bit. But the force feedback's still just as bad as it was. So if you like to feel what the cars are doing, you probably won't like the update. Right. He's broke. Right, we got to get a good result here. See if the tyres give out after 2 laps. That'd be interesting. Thanks for subscribing, Mr. Karakesh. Appreciate it. Welcome. Right, here we go. There you go, guys. That's how it's done. If you're gonna send it on me, send it properly. Come on. That's pretty funny. Right, let's have a look at the times here. 28.3. I could definitely do another. I could definitely get a 28.1 because we didn't quite nail the chicane. I think I have to go now. I think I've got to sort some stuff out. Well, hang on. Let's see. Let's see what P1 was doing. 27.5 in the McLaren. I mean, could have at least picked a Ferrari. Let's have a look at the replay here. I think it was all right, my send. I thought this was a good move. What do you guys think? Nailed it. Nailed it. Final cut, final lap. And then he didn't have the skill, so I moved out of the way. Sorry, Mr. Schultz. I've played too much iRacing. This is one thing I have learnt from iRacing. You know. That's what I learnt from iRacing. Ah, dear. Yeah, it's weird, the Porsche compared to the Ferrari. Like, the Porsche actually handles better. Or like, you know, lift off oversteer and stuff. The Ferrari is more pokey, but neither have the force feedback for the limit. So, you have to drive it like iRacing. It's like a more forgiving iRacing. Basically, you know, like, you have to concentrate. You're trying to go faster, but you're not really, like, you by the time you visually move and you're having to catch the car, well, it's too late. You've already slid because it doesn't have that force feedback that AC has. So, you know, it's still not the real pasta. Absolute disaster. Pasta disaster. Right, guys. It was only a short stream because I've got to get some stuff sorted out. I need to get some milk as well. I need to go shopping. But I wanted to test out the Ferrari and the Porsche. Thanks to Thomas for hosting the race there. Really enjoyed that. We'll be back for some more streams soon. Make sure to follow us on Twitch if you haven't, by the way, because we do streams on there. Yeah, it was good racing. Racing with subs is good fun. We'll definitely have to do some more. We'll do some AC1 racing with subs. Yeah, I agree, MST, but, like, I mean, I'd say the physics are fine. The cars get stuck in slides a little bit still, that you can't do much. I mean, it's nowhere near as bad as iRacing. I'd say it's still not, like, there's more depth to the tyres. There's more going on with the tyres. But it's still not as good as AC1 in terms of, like, the end drive is still not quite there, but it's much closer. But the force, not having the force feedback, I think, is the big thing. Whereas before this update, I would say, oh, there's like physics as much as it is force feedback. Categorically now, I'd say it's force feedback is what's missing. Teasing. Yeah, well, so the big thing now, I'll probably do a quick video on it. as well. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good fun. It's nice racing, nice tracks. You know. There's no raiding on YouTube, is there? I know. That's it. That's just the end. Thanks to everyone that supported us as well, I have to say. Appreciate it. Boring family dinner. Oh. No, I'm going to do a different video. Right. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye. Have a good one. Have a good one. Bye.